name is John Cena.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to tonight's episode of the Not Your Average Mark Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, the Tutorial Boss Guapo. With me, the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, well, there's other words, but I can't say those on the podcast. The one and only Mike Caldwell. What's up, man?
Man, what other words do you have for me? Because I've heard you say some things on the podcast.
Yeah, but I didn't say them about you.
Well, I know. That's what concerns me.
What's up, man?
Man, I'm living the dream, man. Doing the damn thing.
Well, that's good. That's good. Doing the damn thing's always a good idea. It's podcast night on a Wednesday.
Yeah. I feel a little bit off, but not really.
I'm going to spend the entire day tomorrow thinking it's Friday. Yay. Yay.
No.
Before we get started, of course, want to say what's up to Aaron, what's up to J-Red, Cameron, what's up, brother? Mikey, thank you for your support. Subscribe for a 27th month in a row, and J-Red for a 28th. Love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting this platform. I can't thank you enough.
We got to do what we got to do.
We got to do the thing, the damn thing.
Yes.
And we got to thank the people that help us do the damn thing, and that's what we're going to do now. I want to say thank you to Ross and the boys from Labor 12 for giving us our intro, outro music. Track's called Head Rush, album's called Monsters. They are doing some cool stuff. They're working on that second album. They're putting out videos. You can find it all, labor12.com, laborxii.com. Thank you to Joe and American Legacy for our Not Your Average merch. J-Reb's 3D printing. You see this little piece of awesome right here? That is J-Reb Original. If you have a logo, something you want to put on or put into a light box like this one, hit him up, jrebs3dprinting.com. He'll get you taken care of. Thank you to HeckYRadio.com for having a little button on their website. It says Not Your Average Mark. If you happen to miss the podcast live, shame on you. I'll remember that. But it happens sometimes. So if it happens, you can head over to HeckYRadio.com, click on the Not Your Average Mark button, catch an audio version of the podcast. Thank you to Blind Ambition Studios for all of our awesome graphics. Thank you to the WrestlingSociety.com for including us in their podcast room. And most importantly, thank you to the one that makes it all happen, the guy, Patrick. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for everything you do. All sorts of cool stuff that he does, too. You can check out our website, NotYourAverageMark.com. All sorts of cool stuff there, merch, calendars, what we've got going on, bios, all the good stuff. And then, of course, we have our Discord, which is a lot of fun. We do watch-alongs for Raw, SmackDown, PLEs. We've done one for NXT. We did one for the Clown Show, just to say that we've done one for the Clown Show. Like, the only good thing that came out of that was hearing
Talkie talk.
you know, Mark Briscoe say, we're going to have a little talkie talk.
Mm-hmm.
I use that on the daily. But go check it out. You can go to any of our socials, click on the About, and it'll give you the link to our Discord. We have a good time, and I'd love for you to have that good time with us. With that being said, let's get into some wrestling, man.
Let's do this.
We're going to start the main roster moments with SmackDown. So we started off with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, that guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sure why. I mean, I get him and Seth have a match at Crown Jewel, and this is the go-home SmackDown. But the video package they showed for the match was cool, but this whole thing seemed like fan service. That was it. Like, it was off from what they normally do. Not that that's a bad thing. Fan service and having fun in the ring is always a good thing. It was just a little off and unexpected the night before PLE.
Oh, I guess so.
Got my thoughts on it. We get to Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura. You heard that right. Shinsuke Nakamura is back, and he answered Sami's open challenge for the United States title.
With his original music.
And original outfit.
Yep.
So, and Kung Fu Grip.
Yes. Very much so.
This is a great match, and why wouldn't it be? These two have been fighting each other on and off since the NXT days. 70 matches against each other from NXT to now. They have between television and live events, they have wrestled each other 70 times. So who's going to know each other better than them? So of course the chemistry in this match is awesome.
Oh, absolutely. It was full of action. Absolutely full of action.
It was.
And there were some times where Shinsuke did some things and it was like, oh man, Is Sammy going to be able to get up after this one?
Well, and right there at the end, it looked to me like Shinsuke was about to win this one. But then a mysterious man in a hoodie jumped out and dragged Shinsuke out of the ring and beat the hell out of him. And then removed
Said hoodie.
the hood. And it was
Tama Tonga.
a returning Tama Tonga. But not just Tama Tonga. No. I popped like crazy for this. And not just because it was Tama Tonga. You know, Mr. Yeah. That guy.
Mm-hmm.
But he had on the Gorillas of Destiny face paint. Oh. And then out comes Tama Tonga. And guess what? He got the makeup on too. And then Tonga Loa has got the makeup. JC Mateo has got the makeup. They've all got the Gorillas of Destiny makeup. They're not calling them the Gorillas of Destiny.
They're still calling them MFTs.
Still calling them MFTs, which is okay. But I popped so hard about them bringing that to the WWE. Oh, that was cool. If you don't know who the Gorillas of Destiny are, what the hell? YouTube, hello.
Well,
I'm kidding.
Do some research. It's well worth your time.
It is. It definitely is. They came out, put the beat down, and once everybody was beat down, then out comes Solo. Not in makeup.
No.
He is the gorilla tamer.
Oh, you're gonna break me before it's all said and done.
My bad. No, it was really awesome to see the Gorillas of Destiny in WWE as the Gorillas of Destiny.
There's one little piece we're gonna earmark for later on in the show because I just noticed it and it stuck in my brain, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep that for the grinding gears later.
Okay. From there, we go to Stephanie Vaquer and Tiffany Stratton versus Julia and Kiana James. Now, I've heard some people say that Kiana James is a great wrestler that is being handicapped by her gimmick. Do you agree with that?
I can't give you an honest answer because I did not follow the early Kiana James.
Okay.
But I'm really enjoying the fact that she's more player coach kind of stuff going on right now. And she is going to be the manager / fall girl for Julia.
Yes. And I completely disagree with those that are saying she's being handicapped by her gimmick because she plays it well. She has the look, she has the attitude,
Yeah.
and she can still go in the ring. Like, I think she plays it well. So to all of those that believe that, you're wrong.
Just out them like that, huh?
I am 141 2/3% sure that Kiana James has a good gimmick.
Why don't we save the percentages for later on too?
Oh, okay. We'll save those percentages as well. This is a good match. I mean, look at the talent involved. It's gonna be a good match.
Yeah.
The thing I liked about it was it did a good job of putting champs together ahead of Crown Jewel. So that's one part of it. But it also sets things up for after Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
So in the end, of course, Tiffany and Stephanie Vaquer win the match, and they have their little stare down because tomorrow they're going into battle.
Well, I know we haven't been doing this very long, but you know that's kind of how stories are told.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Speaking of good stories, the Wyatt Six and the Street Profits for the tag belts.
I was almost concerned with the fact that the match wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be.
That was the thing that jumped out at me is it was a short match.
And a clean victory.
Yes. But tell me that this match, short though it may have been, didn't have all the energy of a main event.
Oh, it was outstanding.
Like from the Wyatts hitting the ring until they hit the Profits lift, or what was it? Dawkins picked up both of the Wyatts for a double blockbuster.
Yeah.
Like it's like that through the whole match.
Yeah. And then Dawkins after that jumps over the top, leaps over the top rope, and manages to tell Eric Rowan to catch.
Mm-hmm. This is what a tag title match should look like. Like if you were to tell somebody you need to do a tag title match and they say, well, what's that look like? This is what it looks like. The Wyatts are able to retain, but the celebration's cut short because the MFTs show up. Because
why wouldn't they?
New face paint. They jump them again, setting up for after Crown Jewel because now we have a setup for the MFTs to chase the titles.
Yes, but I am terrified.
Yeah, so is everybody else.
No, I'm terrified that what it could possibly lead to is we've got 5 over here with the Wyatts, and we got 5 over here with the MFTs.
Wait a minute. That sounds like Survivor Series, which is coming up next month. So, all right. That takes us into Aleister Black versus Damian Priest. These two have been having a pretty decent rivalry. I've enjoyed watching them go at each other. This just added to it. We got to see all sorts of weapons. They used the steel steps. They had a kendo stick fight. But the part that got me was, and I call this cheating, okay? This is big time cheating. You got a guy like Damian Priest who's going to just whoop the hell out of you because he's a big old dude. He's beating up on Aleister Black, and who comes out? Zelina Vega. Aleister Black's wife comes out and says, stop hitting my husband.
And he was like, you need to go somewhere else.
Yeah, you need to go. Shoot. And then Aleister Black does the unexpected. And he hits Damian Priest in the face with a fireball. Now.
And we're not talking the liquor.
No, it damn sure wasn't. It's kind of cool to see them actually showing Zelina Vega and Aleister Black as an on-screen duo. Mm-hmm. You know, you add that to the whole Seth and Becky thing, and you could have something kind of cool going on.
Yes.
But the fireball, he hits him with the fireball, hits him with the black mask, gets the win. That, I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is the first fireball to have been thrown on WWE television since Alexa Bliss and Randy Orton.
That was back in 2020.
Yeah. It's been a minute.
But I mean, the fireball goes back to classic days. I mean, Jerry the King Lawler used to use the fireball.
Mm-hmm.
The Sheik used to use the fireball. Jim Cornette actually had used the fireball at some point too.
A couple of weekends ago, I was using the fireball.
That's the wrong kind of fireball, sir.
That, of course, Aleister Black, Damian Priest, your main event. And it was a great go-home show for Crown Jewel. Like, it moved some storylines. It gave people that were not on the PLE time to shine. And it set things up for after the PLE. Like, what more can you ask for?
Well, I mean, all in all, the way I felt about it is they had a 3-day PLE.
I could go with that.
They said, okay, we're featuring these people, we're moving these stories, but these are the matches that we're gonna have, and we need to have everybody's A game for said matches.
Nope.
And they delivered. SmackDown did deliver. If I were to grade SmackDown, I would give it an A.
I also give it a solid A. Like, it was a great show. It's what you want out of a go-home show for a PLE, without question.
We had a whole bunch of, you know, cool things happen. We had a whole bunch of, you know, comebacks. We had a whole bunch of, you know, mergers, and
something we didn't talk about. We had a whole bunch of Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu beating the hell out of each other.
Yeah,
like all over the place. Like we're having a segment, and through the scene comes Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu beating each other up. So I'm interested to see where that goes. That's going to be fun stuff.
Yeah, I think Nick Aldis might have stole Adam Pearce's line before the end of the night.
He needs a drink?
Yes, he needs the fireball.
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about our PLE, since that was our go-home show to the PLE. Let's talk about Crown Jewel. What better way to start off a show Then with the tribal chief versus the tribal thief.
Yep.
Like Roman and Bronson, first rattle out of the box in a street fight, no less.
Well, your first match of the evening is always the one that's going to set the tone for the night.
Exactly. And this did a good job of it. You had Roman take control early, and he was having a good time. Like, he's playing to the crowd the whole time. He goes around and takes Bronson Reed's head in the corner, and he plays to the crowd and goes to the next corner. Like, he's all over the place. He beat the hell out of Bronson Reed and did it in street fight fashion. What do we have? We had a trash can. We had rugby balls, like he was throwing rugby balls at Paul Heyman.
We had a cricket bat.
We had a cricket. See, I didn't go with that because I don't know about cricket. You gotta know what a crumpet is to understand cricket. Any of you that got that, you're as old as I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cricket bat. Of course, what is a street fight without some tables?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got some return action from Bronson Reed, and became very much more back and forth once Roman got his initial beatdown going on.
Well, yeah, of course. That's usually how a match works.
Well, usually it kind of starts that way, but this was not that. Of course, it's street fight. There's no rules, so out comes Braun Breaker, and he was followed closely behind by the Usos, who I'm going to remind everybody were told to stay in the back, but they did not. They cleared the ring a couple of times, and then Bronson and Breaker came in.
It was chaos.
It was absolute chaos, and it was a great match except for one little slip up. There was one little itsy bitsy problem, and that was when Jey Uso speared Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Whoopsie. He was not supposed to do that. So he spears him into the corner. This allows Reed to get the win with a tsunami. And after the match, Roman told the Usos straight up, there's only one way this works. I told you that. I love you guys, but I don't want to see you again until Christmas. I mean, that's the Mortons is like a whole family thing. So, like, the Usos are going to be doing Thanksgiving by their onesies. I actually saw a video, some people dressed up like the Usos, arguing with each other while they're knocking on Roman's door for Thanksgiving. And person dressed up as Roman opens the door, says, I said Christmas. Slams the door. It was funny. I dug it. It really was a good match, though. And it was a good way to open the PLE. And we went from that into what was just an amazing match by all rights. And that was Tiffany Stratton versus Stephanie Vaquer for the Women's Crown Jewel Championship.
Yes.
This particular match not only was outstanding, but it shows exactly why the women's division in WWE is top tier. Both of these ladies, still very early in their career.
Mm-hmm.
Both of these ladies, WWE Women's Champions.
Mm-hmm.
And both of these ladies battling it out for the Crown Jewel Championship.
Yes.
Like, that is huge. Not only do we get a hell of a showing from both of them, we got to see a competitive match. It wasn't spot here, A, B, C, D. It wasn't that. We got to see moves that aren't their go-to moves in this match, which I enjoyed. You had Vaquer using the standing submission.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. And we got to see Tiffany Stratton using a suplex backbreaker. Like, when did you see that? Was that on your bingo card?
That was never on my bingo card.
In the end, Stephanie Vaquer hit the corkscrew moonsault, which looked awesome, by the way. And she got the W to become the second women's crown jewel champion. This match was exactly what I wanted it to be. Because you get that sometimes. You get, go from A to B to C to D, and you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
This was not that. This was two people, no belts on, their respective belts not on the line, going for bragging rights.
Mm-hmm.
And
which is what the Crown Jewel Championship is.
Yes.
It's the yearly version of, hey, I'm the top. I'm the top talent for this year.
I'm the captain now.
But I believe there was a quote. You're going to have to get up really early in the morning to get one over on Tiffany Stratton.
I'm pretty sure that Stephanie Vaquer got up yesterday because she was able to. So there was a move, and then she did the PME and missed it, and which allowed Stephanie to do the corkscrew moonsault, which looked awesome, and that was the end of the match. It was great. If you haven't had the opportunity to see it, you need to. From there, we go to match of the night. 142 2/3% match of the night. And that was John Cena versus AJ Styles.
See, one of the coolest things that I saw with this whole thing with John Cena and AJ Styles was the fact John Cena walks over, hands the announcer the slip of paper, and gives the announcer, okay, this is what I want you to do for the announcement tonight. And
so we got the introducing the Never Seen 17, the last real champion, doing it one more time just for all of you. We got all of that with John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, he walks over and hands a paper, and then we get an intro for AJ Styles that references the Bullet Club, that calls him the face that runs the place. I mean,
here to beat up John Cena one more time.
Yep, which brought out a TNA chant, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was really, really cool. So the back and forth in this one was amazing because, I mean, it's John Cena and AJ Styles.
Yes.
So their back and forth is going to be crazy. It seemed like everything that got done early in the match, anything that one tried to do, the other one had a counter for it. It's counter, which was awesome. The main talk, though, was the homage to all of their previous opponents and some that weren't previous opponents. And I have an entire list. Our next point is a list of everything that was done. But we had everything from the Sister Abigail, which brought out all the fireflies and was kind of an emotional moment.
It was.
To the Walls of Jericho, and they called it the Walls of Jericho. Is this potential seed for a Jericho return?
In a way, it makes me sick to my stomach.
We also had a tombstone pile driver that led to the AA that won the match for Cena. 3 different times. And this is a first for me. I have never heard this before. 3 different times the crazy crowd in Perth started chanting "Fight Forever."
Well, it wasn't forever, but it was a long match.
It was a long match, but it was a good match. All right, so here's a list of everything that got hit to pay homage to previous talent. Cena hits the skull crushing finale, which is of course The Miz.
Yeah.
Styles hits the Scorpion Death Drop, which they called the Scorpion Death Drop. They didn't say anything about Sting, but they called it the Scorpion Death Drop. Cena used the Accolade. AJ Styles used the Coquina Clutch.
Samoa Joe.
Yep. Cena pulled out the Walls of Jericho and the Sister Abigail.
Which we all know where those came from.
Right. AJ Styles used Christopher Daniels' Angel's Wing. Cena hit an RKO and a rope hung Drake DDT for Randy Orton. Styles used the AA against Cena. Styles also hit Frankie Kazarian's Fade to Black. We got Cena using the Undertaker's choke slam. Styles turns around and hits Sweet Chin Music. And then we get Cena hitting a tombstone pile driver. If that's not homage, I don't know. Like, I think it was put best. I don't remember. I think maybe it was Triple H that put it out. But I don't remember who it was. Somebody put it out and said this match was a love letter to wrestling. And I 100% agree with that. It was so good. This brings us to the Kabuki Warriors versus Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. And this match was insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the crowd popped hard for Australia's favorite daughter, and for good reason.
Mm-hmm.
She came out and she got in the ring first, but she wasn't in there very long. And I like what they did here. Because of course they're going to chant for Rhea because she's the hometown girl.
Mm-hmm.
Erin Marie saying "Love the Fireflies" and the look on Cena's face. It was an emotional moment, like it really was. But with this match, you had Rhea Ripley start, which is what everybody wants, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see Rhea in the ring, but they did a good job of getting her out of the ring and having her stay out for an extended period of time. So they beat up poor Io Sky. Like they whooped her ass.
Mm-hmm.
But she finally gets the tag, and Rhea comes in, and the place loses their minds.
It's amazing what you can do whenever you actually do the tag team formula properly.
I agree. Everybody got ample opportunity to shine in this match. Like it wasn't rushed. Everybody got a chance to do the things they needed to do in this match, and it looked great. So not only did it make for a hell of a match, but it also kept the battle going after the PLE. As we'll talk about in Raw, when we talk about Raw. In the end, Kairi Sane sacrificed herself to save Asuka, but that came back to bite her in the ass because that's what cost them the match. Io hits her finish. Rhea hits the Riptide, folds her up. 1, 2, 3. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky win.
Yes.
And it was awesome. That brings us to the main event. Cody Rhodes versus
Cody
Seth Rollins.
Rhodes, Cody Rhodes.
This is exactly what you hope for to make PLE main event. But there was already some whispers before they ever got announced coming into the ring because in a segment after Bronson Reed beat Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman said whenever Seth gets up on the ropes, starts waving his arms for everybody to come out, we're not doing that. This is a battle to see who's the best, and we're going to leave it to be that. So when Seth Rollins came out, he came out sans an Oracle. So.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so. Had to figure it out by him's lonely.
All by him's onesies. The Killer Bees are not to come out, and so nobody came out with it. I'm not going to say that this match was better or worse than any other match we've gotten from Seth and Cody because they always put on, to quote Sheamus, banger matches.
Mm-hmm.
Like all of their matches are top tier, and this one wasn't any different, but it told a different story.
Mm-hmm.
Like this one was different in the fact that Seth Rollins, for the first time, was desperate to make sure the count didn't go 4-0 because Cody was already up 3-0 on their matches.
Oh yeah.
So
it was insanity, and the guys knew that the stops had to be pulled because of the fact that AJ and Cena went out there and did what they did.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, Cody and Seth, they
stepped up.
They stepped up. We had a crossroads from the top rope,
mm-hmm. Which was crazy.
We had Seth Rollins, who he ended up getting the victory after the watch. He hit Cody with the watch that Cody gave him as his shield, which is a good callback to story.
Right.
But the top rope stomp.
Yeah, he hits him with a stomp, a regular stomp, and then hits him with a stomp from the top rope. Holy hell. That was crazy. That does give him the win. Seth freaking Rollins is now your crown jewel men's champion and is now 3-1 against Cody Rhodes.
That's just one.
Win.
It's just one.
That's all it
It's
is.
3-1.
But look at your picture for you. Cody Rhodes, top of his game.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins, top of his game. Cody Rhodes, current WWE champion.
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins, current WWE champion.
Mm-hmm.
Cody Rhodes has a crown jewel ring. Seth Rollins has a crown jewel ring. What more can you do to say this champion is better than this champion?
I think Seth needs to tear his pec and do it again. I mean,
you're not wrong, okay? But you did all this, but can you do it with a torn pec? That's the question. All in all, this was one of the best PLEs I've seen all year, without question. And the Perth crowd, that crowd is, I mean, them in France are right here. Like, they were hot. This, for me, this PLE lands in that ever elusive S tier.
I think you're right.
Like, A plus just isn't strong enough.
I believe you're right.
It was that good. Before we get into talking about Raw, I want to give a quick shout out to the Texan Tag Team podcast. They have a thing going on called Turnbuckle Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
They talk about local wrestling. They talk about, pretty much all things wrestling.
They don't necessarily pull themselves much into the mainstream. They do on occasion, but it is more localized.
It is. It's more local independent wrestling. They do a great job with it. So if you're looking for something to do on a Tuesday night and you're like, man, and Not Your Average Mark Wrestling podcast isn't until Thursday or Wednesday, as it were today. Tuesday nights, check out Turnbuckle Tuesday with the Texan Tag Team podcast. Houston and Reese do a good job with it.
Well, they do a good job, and they usually have somebody on, and it's usually a good interview. I believe this last Tuesday they have He Who Shall Not Be Named.
But if you're looking for something to watch on Tuesday, I got some good news for you. This coming up Tuesday, your boy is going to be on the Texan Tag Team podcast.
Oh,
So
sweet.
if you haven't had the opportunity to see one yet, this is your chance. And it looks like we have the OTB Wheel of Blood making her way in to join us.
What's up?
What's up, Lil?
You're sideways.
Like this.
I did the thing with the unlocking my screen and it is still sideways. So
Oh, there we go. Now we're not sideways. So how is the OTB today?
I'm good. I'm good. It's October. It's my favorite month. Lots of stuff going on. So
Well, and we've been talking about SmackDown and how that was really good for a go home show for the PLE, and we just finished talking about Crown Jewel, and what a show! I have put Crown Jewel in that elusive S tier as far as PLEs go.
So
I heard that Cena AJ was a love letter to pro wrestling. So and I continuously have heard that.
Well, and I don't know if you've had the opportunity to listen earlier, but I'm gonna hit this one more time just because it's crazy to me. These are the homage moves that were done during that match. Cena hit the Miz's skull crushing finale. Styles hits the Scorpion Death Drop. Cena used the Accolade. Styles used the Coquina Clutch. Cena did the Walls of Jericho, and they called it the Walls of Jericho.
I heard that.
He also hit the Sister Abigail, which brought out all the Fireflies. Styles used Christopher Daniels' Angel's Wings. Cena hit an RKO and a Drake DDT for Randall Keith Orton. Styles hit Frankie Kazarian's Fade to Black. Cena used the Undertaker's Choke Slam. Styles hit Sweet Chin Music, and Cena hit a Tombstone. all in the same match. If that
I
doesn't
love
scream
the
love letter, I
picture.
don't know what does.
There's a picture going around of Cena's face when the Fireflies came out, and I love that.
So we're going to jump into Raw. Monday night was a good one. Or should I say Monday morning? We watched it at night. Like, I didn't watch it Monday morning because that's 7 o'clock in the morning and I'm at work. And they take it down if I watch Raw while I'm at work. So we did a watch along of a replay and it was good. We started off with the newly crowned crown jewel champion, Seth freaking Rollins, and the rest of the Vision. They came to the ring and Seth spoke highly of each member and how much he cared for them. It was so sweet. I believe Mikey said in the chat for the watch along that he was getting a toothache.
Yes. It was definitely some diabetes level sweet.
Yeah. He then went into a rant about how he won all the accolades he has won and he didn't need anyone to do that. He pointed out that Roman needed the Shield and then Roman needed the Bloodline. Cody needed Seth in order to beat Roman Reigns. But him, he didn't need nobody. To which, if I understood correctly, the crowd revered as bovine excrement.
Famous last words.
I would also seem, talking about the crowd in Perth, that they are convinced that Seth is a wanker.
And the funny thing is, they were screaming Seth is a wanker. They weren't muting it, anything else. What they did was they changed it to where the caption said, "This is awesome."
That's not what. That is not what that said.
But hey, as far as what anybody else reads, as far as the captions go, they said this is awesome.
Yeah,
Not what I heard, but
I mean, don't get me wrong. The Perth crowd sometimes can be a little hard to understand what they're saying, but that was pretty clear. The biggest pop of this entire segment came when he was talking about Paul Heyman and how he is blessed to be in the presence of Paul Heyman. And the crowd started chanting "kiss." So he leaned Paul Heyman, he went in for a hug and kissed Paul Heyman on the forehead, and the crowd lost their minds. He said straight out, it's all love, no shame. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
yep, it was definitely that.
But you spend your time when Seth Rollins is now the crown jewel champion going, how big is his head going to get? Because he's already the visionary.
If his head gets any bigger, we're gonna have to. No matter what he's doing, he's gonna lose by count out.
Yes, because now we'll pick his damn head up. That took us into Dominic Mysterio versus Penta 26 minutes into the show before the first bell. Wild. All right, this was for the IC title. It was a great match from both these guys. You already know all the high-flying moves, the lucha style, on full display in this one. But here's the big point in this match for me. Dom did it by himself. Nobody from the Judgment Day came out. Nobody from the Judgment Day interfered. Dom had a great match with Penta, and he did it by himself.
Well, we'll discuss the finish.
Yeah, we'll discuss the finish in a minute. But as far as the match itself goes, I mean, you don't see that from Dom, and I think they're moving in a direction to show Dom that way. One of the things that proves that is Penta went for the Three Amigos, and the crowd booed. Dominic turned it around, and he went for it, and the crowd cheered. So I think that's where they're going with Dom. Is he's organically becoming a babyface
Because he's so good.
He is
Like that. That's what it is. He's so good that people are getting on board with him, even though they're presenting him as a heel.
Okay, I don't know about the rest of you, but I have been a day one Dominic Mysterio fan.
I was not. I'll admit that. I was not a Dominic Mysterio fan, and then start checking out his hit list, and I'm like, come on, man. Yeah. First off, his wife is absolutely beautiful, and she's an awesome person. But Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan,
Roxanne
Perez, a mention about
Tiffany
a mention about Dom from Tiffany Stratton. I'm like, come on, man. Your mullet ain't that cool.
We're gonna have to change his entrance music to Mr. Steal Your Girl.
That's right. You'll start coming out to the Godfather's music. Exactly. No, this really was a good match. The finish was a little questionable.
So Rusev comes down the aisle. Sees Rusev coming down the aisle. So Penta just launches himself at him.
Yep.
Referee's trying to maintain order, get all that situation under control. And Dom goes over, grabs both of his belts, and then tosses one to the timekeeper. The timekeeper goes for that belt. He reaches in, grabs the hammer, goes back in the ring, puts the other belt in the middle of the ring, and starts selling over to the side. So the referee grabs the belt, moves it over here. He's distracted. Dom hits Penta in the legs with the hammer. He falls over. He stuffs the hammer in his tights or in his boot. Hits the 619, 1, 2, 3, and then he goes back and he sneaks the hammer and puts it back over in the timekeeper area. Like you lost that. That's not on me.
I mean, he's pulling some tricks out of Uncle Daddy's, Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
Uncle Daddy's playbook.
Yep.
No, I like what they're doing with Dom. Dom has made me a Dominic Mysterio fan. So I like the fact that he did the 619. A lot of people are like, oh, he did a 619, but it's not clicking for some people that he did the 619 with the hammer in his boot. So it's the big, it has more force to it.
Mm-hmm.
So all in all, good match. Some fallout from Crown Jewel. We had a match, Rhea Ripley versus Kairi Sane.
Mm-hmm.
I like Kairi Sane. She's like the little wrestler that fits in your pocket. We're saying. This served a couple of purposes for me. For one, it's like I said, it's fallout from Crown Jewel. But for two, it gave Perth another chance to see Mommy in the ring.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Everybody loves the hometown girl, even though she's not from Perth. But
Well, everybody loves Rhea Ripley. Doesn't matter where you go.
I mean, you're
That's
not
Mommy.
wrong.
But I mean, it's kind of like this. It's kind of like the situation of Sami Zayn in anywhere in Canada.
True.
Yeah.
Very true. Both ladies did great in this one, but it was Rhea in the win. And I go that quickly through it because you already know it's going to be a good match. But the story for this one came after the match.
Mm-hmm.
Asuka attacks Io. Rhea comes out, beats the hell out of Asuka, and clears the announce table. And she's going to hit a riptide on the announce table on Asuka. And here comes Kairi Sane with a kendo stick. And so the beating with the kendo stick was just enough to let Asuka get a hold of her and DDT her on the announce table and laid her the hell out.
And then the table did not break.
No, the indestructible table was indestructible.
For that moment in time.
For that particular moment in time. But what we get at the end of that match is Rhea Ripley laid out and the Kabuki Warriors standing over her.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, you want to talk about a sign of power. Which I'm not 100% sure what Kairi Sane was trying to do with that kendo stick. Like it looked like it was right there in her throat.
she was putting pressure on the tip of it into the throat.
This is a family show, sir. I'm not going to need you to not say things like that. Good Lord.
If you can't breathe, you can't fight.
But no, it came across as a little weird to have the kendo stick like right here. But I guess it was weird because there wasn't a sell to it because Rhea's supposed to be like out.
Yeah,
But
If you're
normally
dead-
if you've got something in your throat, you sell it a little bit anyway.
yeah. But she was supposed to be dead at that point. So yeah, that was like slapping the corpse at that point in time.
Fair. I feel like there should be beating a dead horse joke here, but we're gonna leave it alone.
I almost went there, so it's funny that you do.
We go from that into Bronson Reed versus Jimmy Uso and Jimmy and Jay and the brotherly bickering. I love it. I think it's great. So you got Jay saying, I can't make the mistakes I've been making before. I went out to help Roman. I got beat up, got hurt, lost me my match, lost me my title. I can't do that no more. So tonight, and Jimmy's just like, I'm done. Let me guess, tonight I got to do this all by myself, right? Jay's like, that's not what I'm saying. No, that's what you're saying. And why don't you go handle your business? I'm going to go handle my business. It was, that's how it was. It's the brotherly bickering, and I like it. So Jimmy comes out and hurt ribs and all goes after Bronson Reed. And Bronson Reed made him pay for it a lot.
He died.
He died a little bit. They did a good job of selling the injured ribs too. Like he had his ribs taped up and that got ripped off. And Reed gets the win with the tsunami. Of course, Breaker comes out. He spears Jimmy twice, which brings out Jey Uso. And Jimmy's like, oh, now you want to show up? It was, I'm trying to decide, this particular match was more story beat than match.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like this was more to move the rift with Jay and Jimmy.
Right.
They just used Bronson Reed to do it. Still a good match, don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, absolutely fantastic. I mean, Bronson Reed deserved that.
Yeah.
I mean, he just annihilated 2 members of the Bloodline in 2 nights. So, and in front of his home crowd.
Yep. And that's the other thing about it, Bronson Reed. He's a hometown person or a home country person as well.
Mm-hmm.
Looking over the chat, Janine Wade joining in. Janine, what's up? Glad you could be here. We're going to talk about good matches. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez. I'm here for it. I love it every time they put Bayley and Lyra Valkyria together. Like it's good stuff. And I'm really going to need to see those two take on Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair like relatively soon.
They're going to have to get their stick down first.
Fair. They'll have to get the stick out, but follow me for a second. You've got Bayley, who's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got Lyra, who's trying to control crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And you have Alexa Bliss,
Who's
who's
crazy?
crazy. And Charlotte Flair, who's trying to control crazy.
Oh, crazy.
This works. This writes itself.
Well, and the match quality on that is going to be really good because all 4 of them can go.
No, absolutely. Like that's got to be. I mean, I would throw that into Mania.
Well, that's still 6 months down the road
That's plenty of time to
get the stick together.
Get their stick together. I like that. So this was a good match, and it was a fun one because we got to see the faces face because Bayley did the thing, and then hit a hip bump in the corner, and then came back and called Lyra over, and then her and Lyra did the thing. Like, it was cool. So we got to see the faces face. We got to see the heels heel. Like, it was good. In the end, you got to see Lyra slap. She just slapped the dog out of Bailey, and that's exactly what they needed because then she went crazy, and she beat everybody up and hit the rose plant for the win. So, like I said, you got crazy and controlling crazy.
Well, Lyra's trying to figure it all out.
Mm-hmm. It was very, very good. I enjoyed it thoroughly. That brings us to the main event of the night. Jey Uso versus LA Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus CM Punk. So this was a lot of fun to watch, and I'm going to tell you why. You've got 3 different stories spinning here. You've got LA Knight, who has been organically over for the last 3 years and deserves a title shot. You have Jey Uso, who's trying to figure out who he is and get back the belt he lost. And then you have CM Punk, who doesn't just want the title, he wants to get his hands on Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
So you've got 3 different reasons for each person. It's not, well, I'm the best. No, I'm the best. No, it's not that. They all have their own stories about why they're in this match. And it was a great match. They got their chance to shine. They hit the back and forth you'd expect in this one, but right there at the end, you got to see Knight hit the BFT. I thought that was it. I thought it was over. 1, 2, no, Jay pulled him out. Jay pulls him out of the ring. You bastard. So after he pulls him out, he goes up to hit the Uso splash, but CM Punk brings his knees up, gets up and hits the GTS on Jay. 1, 2, 3, match is over. CM Punk is now your number 1 contender for Seth Rollins' title.
Let's get to the celebration.
Woo-hoo.
Wait.
Oh, wait, no celebration because here comes the Vision. The Vision comes out, and what no one was expecting, at least not yet. Braun Breaker speared Seth Rollins. The Vision is crumbling. He looks Bronson Reed straight in the face and says, "You're either with me or you're not." And so Bronson Reed gives Seth Rollins a tsunami. And he turns to Paul Heyman and says the same thing. You're either with me or you're not. Which led to the full mutiny as Paul Heyman grabs both their hands and raises them in victory.
Paul Heyman raises both hands in victory, and if we notice, the World Heavyweight Championship
was in Braun Breaker's hand.
And it was a good look.
It was a really good look. So, can't help but point something out here. Paul Heyman is with Brock Lesnar.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Heyman betrays Brock Lesnar to be with CM Punk. Paul Heyman is with CM Punk and betrays CM Punk to be with Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman is with Roman Reigns and betrays Roman Reigns to be with Seth Rollins. Are we noticing a pattern here? Paul Heyman is with Seth Rollins, betrays Seth Rollins for Braun Breaker. I say all that to call back to a promo that Braun Breaker cut on Roman Reigns, where he says, Paul Heyman turned on you because you don't matter anymore. You want me to tell you how I know Paul Heyman would never turn on me? Because I carry value in this company. So it's a big circle there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's pull back the curtain just a little bit. People are wondering what the hell. Even the people that are not internet wrestling community, the people who understand how the system works are like, what the hell are we doing? Why now? And I think we have an answer for that. I believe that Seth Rollins may be injured, and it looks like he injured his shoulder in his match with Cody Rhodes doing the coast to coast. Now, you brought up a very valid point earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Who should be the one that gets to promo Seth Rollins having to relinquish the belt because he injured his shoulder? That would be Finn Balor. Because Finn Balor had to get promoted on as he was relinquishing the belt when he injured his shoulder back in 2016 against Seth Rollins. So if they pull that off, that would be pretty damn cool, I think.
Turn him babyface again.
In a heartbeat.
And then he can do the thing.
See, I need Finn Balor to do the thing. Like, and we watched NXT and he did the thing, and I was happy, and I had a good day the next day because Finn Balor did the thing. So I need him to do the thing in WWE and not in NXT.
So that way we have more good days.
We have good days when Finn Balor does the thing. Finn Balor, if you're watching him,
Why
let's face it, he's watching, right? Do the thing.
Do the thing.
And for everybody that's listening and watching right now, you need to do the thing. And what is that thing?
Click all the things.
That's the thing. All right, so we had a wrestling. Oh, I guess I ought to give a grade. All in all, not a bad Raw. I give Raw an A as well. I thought they did good because they swerved me with the whole Braun Breaker spearing Mr. Lopez.
Out of his shoes.
Yes, out of his shoes. Well, I think they were Becky's shoes, but that's all another time.
Well,
I give it an A. So Wrestling Talk Wednesday,
yay.
the question was, given what we got to see with Tiffany Stratton and Stephanie Larquer, both very, very new in the main roster, both women champions, and both at the top of their game, who, in your opinion, has had the best rookie year? That's the question that was put out. We've gotten a couple of answers. The answer from Mama Guapo was Finn Balor. Finn Balor was a two-time NXT champion. He won the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic with Samoa Joe. He was the NXT Male of the Year, NXT Overall Competitor of the Year, and he won the first ever Universal Championship, all in his rookie year. So good answer there. Lil, do you have one?
I mean, I know Brock's a big one. I didn't get to do much research, but I kind of felt like maybe Paige deserved to be in that conversation. Considering her debut, she came in and won women's title, or was it the Divas title?
It was the Divas title at the
Divas,
time.
okay.
But yeah, it took it off
Timeline
of
all scrambled, but
AJ.
you know, hard to argue with Lesnar.
I agreed. And yours?
Mine was Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens did have a great rookie year. He was the NXT champion for a long time.
Yeah, won the NXT championship within the first 4 weeks of him being on the show.
He debuted on the main roster at Elimination Chamber, and his match against John Cena at Money in the Bank was named Match of the Year, and he got the IC championship all in his first year. My first pick, like whenever I thought about this, the one that came to mind for me first was, of course, The Undertaker, because, I mean, hello. Debuted at Survivor Series. Defeated Snuka at Mania. Beat Hulk Hogan for the WWF Championship, which he had to turn around and give back because that doesn't work for me, brother. And he fought some of the biggest names on the card: Macho Man Randy Savage, The Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan. That's a hell of an intro year. But I'm going to give a list of some of the others. Of course, we're going to start with the two ladies that were in the match. Tiffany Stratton, Money in the Bank. Well, if we go back further than that, she was NXT Women's Champion for a little while. She won Money in the Bank. She's the WWE Women's Champion, and she's undefeated. Well, was until Saturday undefeated in 2025. I mean, that's a hell of a rookie year. Then we look at Stephanie Vaquer, first ever dual NXT champion, which there's a question mark beside that because somebody else said they were the first dual champion in NXT. So I have to look into that.
Technically,
It's never good when you start a sentence with
technically Stephanie's right because whenever Mandy Rose was talking
Mandy
to
Rose, that's the one.
whenever Mandy Rose was talking about being a dual NXT champion, it was the tag team championships and NXT championships,
Okay.
not the North American
Not
and
the
NXT.
singles champion.
Yeah.
Well, she was the first ever dual NXT singles champion holder. She also has a women's title in WWE, and she is the 2025 Women's Crown Jewel champion, all in her first year. So let's get to Brock Lesnar, because the two people that I hear about the most on this are Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle. Brock Lesnar, first year, he beat the Hardys. He won King of the Ring. The information I got on this said it was the final one that actually meant something. He beat The Rock and won the WWE Championship with a roster that included Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Triple H, Kurt Angle, and The Undertaker in his rookie year. He beat The Undertaker in the Cell. He won the Royal Rumble, and he main evented Mania and beat Kurt Angle, all in his rookie year. Damn. Then you turn around and look at Kurt Angle. He debuted at Survivor Series. He got the European champion. He got the Intercontinental champion. He was King of the Ring, and he got the WWF championship. He got the Triple Crown his rookie year. That's wild. As much as nobody wants to hear the name, I'll throw it out there. Logan Paul. Like, he had a really, really good debut year. He debuted at WrestleMania. He won the U.S. title. He main evented Crown Jewel. He tagged with The Miz in some big matches. And the highlights. He's the human highlight reel. I mean, so he had a good one. Another one that a lot of people discredit is the Prodigy, Roxanne Perez. Now, she's done a couple of things on the main roster, but even before the main roster, she was the first ever women's breakout tournament winner, first ever NXT Iron Survivor, NXT Women's Tag Champion, NXT Women's Champion, first person to be born after the SmackDown pilot episode and compete on SmackDown. I don't feel old at all.
No, not at all.
No, not at all.
She entered the Royal Rumble as the NXT Women's Champion, and she has held the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships in her debut year. And then, of course, we get down to Sheamus. A lot of people forget about Sheamus having such a good year, his rookie year.
It's because it's been so long ago.
I know.
I was gonna say.
He feels old too. He was a two-time WWE champion. One of those, he defeated Cena at TLC. That's how he won his first title. The second one at
It was a fatal four-way event.
the PLE was called Fatal 4-Way. He was the breakout star of the year, and he faced Triple H at WrestleMania. I mean,
And put him on the shelf the next night.
yeah. I mean, that's a hell of a rookie year. So I love that we're seeing Aaron Marie in the chat saying Cody and Randy both had good rookie years. Not wrong.
Randy got injured and was out 8 months of his.
We don't count that. That was the practice rookie year. When he came back from injury, he was great. But no, I love seeing that at least a third are current newcomers to the roster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love seeing that they're getting that pedigree. Not the pedigree, but you know what I'm saying. All right. So with our last 20 minutes, that brings us to our newest segment on the show, Grinding My Gears. Guys, you want to know what grinds my gears?
What grinds your gears?
Rick fucking Elzy grinds my gears.
Okay,
Preach it.
I second that, but go ahead and tell us why.
On the podcast, he comes on. He just pops in. You know, I didn't invite him to the podcast. He just shows up. Boop, there he is. Look, there's a Rick. And decides to tell me I don't know about wrestling. And then decides to tell me that I'm not looking, in my perception of everything is all incorrect. And then tells me I'm not on the card for September 22nd.
Oh. I had news. I don't know if you got to check out the Texan Tag Team podcast.
I have not got to check it out yet.
He was on there, and I listened to it this morning.
Okay.
Okay, he says you're not on the card, right?
I'm not on the. He came on my podcast to tell me I'm not on the card.
So, but he tells them he's going to be standing in the middle of the ring with that microphone whenever we start the show.
You're damn right I am. As I said on that podcast, he couldn't make me quit if he tried. I will be there. I will have my microphone, and I will be in the middle of the ring.
Okay.
I'm going to be the ring announcer on the 22nd of November.
And I guess I'm going to be sitting at my table in the back.
And Lil's
My
gonna be-
name's Wes, and I ain't in this mess.
Say what?
I said, and my name's Wes, and I ain't in this mess.
I like it.
Come on, Lil. You know we need to go. I tell you what, I'll pay for your ticket if you come.
I'll think about it.
I'll go have these with you. We'll pay for your ticket if you come. No, I
Asking
don't.
an awful lot.
I don't know what Rick is doing. I don't understand. Like, Rick has built Squared Circle Pro,
Mm-hmm.
an elite, non-family friendly wrestling promotion.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's setting out to destroy the whole damn thing. He's just, hey, look at this cool thing I built. I wonder if it's flammable. Like,
Yes, for sure.
I don't get what he's doing, and it's driving me crazy. You know, he's turning on everybody that's been there for him through everything. Lil is a perfect example of that. And there was a heated exchange, and Lil left, which I don't blame you. I don't blame you in the least, because that was some, what did I say earlier? Bovine excrement.
Mm-hmm.
I had a moment of clarity. And I realized when he picked Gringo over me, and I just, in that moment, I thought about all the times that, you know, Damien and I fought for him to be in control of whatever company we were all working at, you know, how many times we were on the line for him, and then in a moment, he just threw that away, and what am I going to do about it? I'm damn sure not going to stick around and let you keep abusing me. Like, I'm a glutton for punishment, but not like that.
No, I agree with that. And then you turn around and you look at Josh Ryan. 10 years. Josh Ryan spent 10 years doing things for Rick. Multiple different jobs throughout Squared Circle Pro.
Mm-hmm.
And even when people are talking trash, saying just vile things, pushing him, beating him up in the ring, he always comes back. And he's always there. And what does Rick do? Throws a drink in his face and fires it.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. J-Reb saying, I've learned that when you toss matches into flammable areas, stuff starts to burn fast. And that's exactly what's happening. He's trying to burn it down, but Seth Rollins, he is not.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. And I understand you and Rick go back, way back, just like Lil and Rick go way back. And I have for a long time looked at Rick Elzy as a friend of mine outside of this crazy world we love called wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't heard from him not a single time since the podcast. Not once. Not, hey, I was a little heated. Hey, what did you mean when you said that? Hey, fuck you. Hey, Nothing. So, you know what?
Oh, I haven't heard from him since the podcast either.
I don't know what he's doing. Would you like to know what else grinds my gears? The LZ administration. This group of guys, just John Smith, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a group of guys who, instead of wrestling, instead of being a part of something, said, oh, hey, we're going to join this guy and we're going to get everything handed to us.
I mean,
If it looks like I'm going to lose, we'll change the stakes of the match.
okay. And I told Rick this whenever I directly talked to him. Professional wrestlers are carnies.
Yes, 100%.
We are carnies. Rick Elzy has the checkbook open right now, and he is quote told me to my face he's paying Steve-On Remsen a shit ton of money. Well, guess what, Rick? You keep fucking doing the same shit you're doing. People are going to start walking out the door, and guess what? You're not going to have that money at the door. Therefore, you're not going to be able to pay these guys. What's going to happen at that point? They ain't going to be so loyal.
You know what? Maybe for fun, I can't open a big checkbook like Rick can, but I've got Whiskey and Batman comics. I could get Damien. Just
Rum.
saying.
Rum, not whiskey.
Oh,
Don't
excuse
give
me,
him
Rum.
whiskey.
Does he fight? when he
Nothing
gets whiskey?
good will come from Damien and whiskey.
There you go.
Give him the whiskey. Put him in the ring.
There you go.
Life is good.
No, we do not condone drinking and being in the ring at the same time.
No, we don't. We do not. But that we're gonna have him drink before he gets in the ring.
No.
No.
No,
It's
that's
not
for
right.
recovery after.
Oh, okay. That's
Which means he needs the rum.
That's part of the healing process.
That's what the rum is for. The whiskey is for the other part. Just saying.
You know what grinds my gears?
What grinds your gears? Why is it Rick Elzy?
It is not Rick Elzy. Okay. When I say this, granted, I am guilty of this myself at one point in time.
Okay. What grinds your gears?
But that was like 5 years ago.
Okay.
So, but can we not find something else to do to bring somebody in other than just shoving a hoodie on them?
You know, you make a valid point. The hooded figure from the crowd has been way overplayed.
Yes.
Like a lot.
And 9 times out of 10, it's a freaking Samoan.
Yeah, the one time it wasn't a Samoan, it was Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
I don't think
There have
she
been a
won.
couple of things that they seem to, like they did it once and it hadn't been done in a while and it worked. So they like beat it to death. Like people getting jumped backstage. That was the thing a couple months ago. Now
Yeah.
it's the random black hoodie. Like it's not that we haven't always used that stuff, but all of a sudden they're using them all at the same time.
Can the next one be clean finish matches?
What?
That's the one that I had last time we were grinding my gears. We don't
You're
want to
no
get back to
fun.
that subject because we don't got enough time for that. We still got a couple of indies things to cover.
Just say it, you know? So, talking about a couple of indies things to cover. Little
Yo.
Birdie told me you got a match coming up.
Well, I don't think it's anything official yet, but you guys happen to be the people that I need to talk to about it. So would you look at there? I love it when a plan comes together. I've struggled since the last time that I was in there with Gino because he robbed me and we all know it.
We all saw it.
And I couldn't help but notice that we are both going to be on the Plainview show, the awesome Breaking the Silence suicide awareness and prevention show. And
Plainview.
so I'd kind of like to spend my November 15th kicking the crap out of GM Told You So.
Well, let's see what Gino has to say about it.
Yeah. I mean, I think it'd be a good match.
If he wants to run it back, I don't have a problem with it.
I don't either. So
Well, then I guess I do have a match coming up.
I'm talking about the 8th, but I like this one a little better.
Okay.
Oh, well.
We do have a reminder for everybody. BCW Texas does have 2 shows going on in the month of November. We have one on the 8th at the TMW Event Center. Draw the Line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Draw the Line. It's going to be great. There's matches. Matches will be coming out very soon.
Graphics brought to you by Blind Ambition.
That's right.
Studios.
Graphics brought to you by Blind Ambition Studios.
I appreciate that. Thank you, guys.
A sponsor of the podcast that we're proud to have as well.
Mm-hmm.
Those will be coming out very soon. And then, as she was talking about, we have November 15th. What's the name of the show?
It is Breaking the Silence.
Breaking the Silence.
It is a fundraiser for suicide awareness. I know I've sent you a lot of information here lately. Do you actually have the name of the organization that we're doing this for?
I believe it's the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention.
That sounds right. But yes, this is a fundraiser for that, and Christy Mickelson, author, advocate,
all around awesome person.
Yeah.
She came to me. She wanted to do this, and I said, "Let's step on the gas."
And
so,
if you're anywhere near Plainview, if you're in Lubbock, if you're in Amarillo, if you're anywhere near Plainview, Texas, this is going to be the show to be at.
mm-hmm.
There's going to be some high caliber matches. There's not a better cause. I mean, we all know somebody.
Mm-hmm. We do, and we're also working on getting a round 2 of the Tag Me In PSA going.
Working on that currently.
Mm-hmm.
I am excited about that one, and the idea of running back some Lil and Gino. I mean, I'm all about that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I know you said you're good with it, but like, can we just tell Gino that this is your match?
Well,
I guess we could, but I would love to get his input on it.
Oh, absolutely. We need to get his input on it.
So,
Gino, if you're watching, and of course he's watching, I'm just playing.
So I'm going to go ahead and throw another name out there.
Wait, before you do, I feel the urgent need to say something. Gino, you're going to fight with Lilith Blood. You know why? Because I told you so.
Okay.
I had to do it. I couldn't help it.
Damn.
And yes, J-Rev, people do go to Plainview on purpose when it's a purpose like this.
Absolutely.
Now, this other name you want to throw out.
Tino freaking Valentino.
Okay.
We have confirmed that Tino Valentino will be in the house in Plainview.
I like the sound of that.
And I'm going to go ahead and throw this one out there too. We're working on finding another opponent for Emilio Guzman.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever wins that match between Emilio Guzman and his unset opponent, they will be facing Tino Valentino for the BCW Texas Championship.
Ooh, okay. That, of course, with what Mike's saying about finding another opponent for Emilio Guzman. Of course, Marcus MD injured, having to take some medical time, which is weird to say the doctor's having to take some medical time. We
The
are
doctor's
wishing
out right now.
The doctor's out right now.
Sorry.
We do wish you a quick recovery, Marcus MD, and hope to see you back very, very soon.
Yes, absolutely.
But we will be finding a suitable replacement for Emilio Guzman. And as we just heard, whoever that replacement is, the winner of that match, whether it be Emilio or the replacement, goes on to take on Tino Valentino on the 15th in Plainview. It's going to be good stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Anytime Tino's there, you know it's going to be a good time. That's a great dude.
Ooh.
I don't do it very good.
Yeah, don't ever do that again.
Why are you mooing at me? What did I do?
I'm not doing it to you.
So, can you let me set a scenario for you, because I've heard Tino Valentino talk about Emilio Guzman before, and I'm gonna if it were to turn out this way, there's a particular match card we're gonna need Blind Ambition Studios to make. Tino Valentino versus Timu Valentino.
Done. I'm done. Final thoughts.
That's
I need that
wonderful.
match
I
card.
know I will make that happen.
Emilio, I'm playing. Don't beat me up, okay? It was just a joke. But we have hit that 9:27 mark, so it is time for final thoughts. So we're going to start, of course, gentlemen that we are, ladies first. Little final thoughts to the people watching, to the people listening, to the wrestling world in general. The floor is yours, my friend.
As always, my big thing is gratitude. So thank everybody that comes to the shows, that tunes into the podcast, that interacts on social media. Thank you guys. I love y'all, and fucking support indie wrestling.
Yes. Mike?
Everybody's going to at least have a bump in the road from time to time.
Correct.
Don't let that bump in the road be the last.
100% agree.
We love you all. And, you know, my phone is on all the time. My messenger, you can reach me pretty much any time of night. You got a problem? Please reach out to me. I would rather sit there and talk to you and listen to your story of what's going on for several hours
Oh,
instead of having to carry your casket.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree wholeheartedly. And to everybody that watches, to everybody that listens, to everybody that interacts with this platform, I love you guys. Please understand that and know that. You guys give me a place that is somewhere I can hang out with friends and talk about wrestling, somewhere where I can not have to be this person, that person. I can just be Guapo. Somewhere I don't have to worry about the stresses and all that. You guys are my therapy, and I love you for that. Thank you so much for all of the support you give us. And Mike is 100% correct. If there's something going on and it's just it feels like too much, call me, message me. I don't care what time of the night, day or night it is. Call me, message me. I'm here for you. We'll get through it together. We'll figure it out.
Exactly.
And fucking support independent wrestling. That's going to do
I
it for
had
us.
to cuss all night. All right, I had to get one in there. It's the rule.
Yep.
I don't make
And
the
so,
rules.
I was concerned for a minute. Like, I was wondering what's
Everybody was
going
gonna wonder if I wasn't feeling good.
on. Well, that is going to do it for us tonight as we hit the 9:30 mark. I do want to thank everybody that's listening, everybody that's watching. Once again, love you guys. We will be back here Monday night for Raw. We will not have a Friday night watch along unless somebody else wants to run it. because I will be working at Nightmare on 19th Street, which is the reason that we're having a Wednesday night podcast as opposed to a Thursday night.
Same here.
That will be for the next couple of weeks. Then we'll be doing Wednesday nights, and then we'll go back to your regularly scheduled Thursday night, Not Your Average Mark Wrestling podcast. Until Monday night, I'm Guapo. That's Mike Caldwell. She's the OTB Lilith Blood. Fuck you, Rick. See you out there. Yeah.